Okay, in this video we're going to power up the Amazon Kindle Fire for the very first time. Now the power button's down here on the bottom, so I'm just going to hold that and turn the device on. There we go, we get the Kindle Fire splash screen. Now I haven't charged this device at all. I just unboxed it and now I'm turning it on for the first time. And there we go. We have a splash screen. It's ready to go. And the time is off here. And the date is off, so we'll have to fix that. But you get some interesting film reels as the wallpaper on the back. And as was mentioned in the documentation, to unlock the device, you just grab this yellow arrow and pull it to the left. Okay, I'm sorry for that abrupt edit, but let me get you up to speed here. As I was unlocking this device for the first time, it went straight into all the wireless signals in my neighborhood because it wanted to set up the Wi-Fi on this device here. So naturally I want to edit that out, so I entered in all of my wireless information and logged on to my Wi-Fi network with this Kindle Fire tablet here. The next thing that happened was it went to a screen that asked for my time zone. So as I was putting in my time zone in, there was an update that came up through the device, and it wanted to actually update the Kindle Fire to the latest build of the operating system. So the device actually knew who I was already. I didn't have to enter in any information, and that probably has to do with the device ID when they sent it to me from Amazon. That's what I assume. I didn't have to enter in any information on who I was. It just knew who I was. It had my name and everything on there. So as it was doing that, it was uploading the latest edition of the OS, and it downloaded it, installed it on the machine, and rebooted, and this is where we're at right now. So right now it has the correct time and it has the correct date over here. And I like these splash screens here, some pretty interesting photography there. It looks like some pliers, or actually no, it's not pliers, they're ink pens. Very cool, very cool. So let's open this up and see what it has for us. Okay, it says, welcome, here are a few tips to get started with your Kindle Fire. You have a navigation bar up here. Tap on these categories to see different kinds of content. So it says newsstand, books, music, video, docs, apps, and web. Let's click on next here. Okay, it says carousel. Swipe through your recent books, music, videos, websites, and apps. Tap to open an item. So it's very similar to the Android Music app on Honeycomb tablets, or before that, CoverFlow on Apple devices. You can swipe through them, and they call it a carousel here. Now down here it says favorites. Pin your favorite content here by pressing and holding an item in the carousel. Let's hit next. Okay, quick settings. Up in the upper right-hand corner, there's a little icon up there, and that's for quick settings. And it says tap here to adjust volume or brightness, manage Wi-Fi, and more. Now, if you looked at my previous video where I did an unboxing of this device and a quick tour of the outside of the device, there are no physical volume controls on the device itself. So you're going to have to go there to adjust the volume. And of course, like I mentioned, the Wi-Fi and brightness and whatnot. Now down here, you'll notice some of the characteristic Android keys down here, a back, a menu, and a search. But here it highlights the home button. It says tap here to quickly return to home from anywhere in your Kindle. So that's pretty simple. I guess that was the tutorial. Let's hit close here. And there we go. Now this is my carousel here, as you can see, and the responsiveness is very nice. You have a dual-core 1 gigahertz processor in this device, so it's very competitive with other tablets on the market. The first selection here is the Kindle Fire User's Guide, and one thing I did notice when opening up this device in my unboxing video is that there's a minimum of excess packaging. The actual box that the device comes in is actually also the shipping box. A lot of the materials used are natural paper. There's no glossy print on top of it. It's just your brown paper. On the inside of the box, there was some sort of white paperboard in there. So it seems as if they wanted to keep excess packaging to a minimum. There was even just a card in there. There were no booklets or anything. So all of your content, how you use this device, is all digital, and it stands to reason that's the way it should be. The next selection over here says, welcome to your new Kindle Fire. We're excited that you joined the millions around the world to enjoy Kindle. And that's from Jeff Bezos, the founder and CEO of Amazon. And then over here, you have the New Oxford American Dictionary, 2nd edition. So those are the books that they give you. And then it looks like you have some apps down here. IMDb, Facebook, Pulse, and of course, Amazon. Now, one of the things about this device is that it's actually sold at either cost, or Amazon actually loses money on each device. It's not something that Amazon advertises, but the device is only $199, so it's believed that the device is sold at cost or at a loss to Amazon. Where they're going to make up their money is when you purchase Amazon products and services, and that's of course what this is down here. So let's see. Okay, you have a shelving system here that moves up and down, and this is your main area for books here. It seems that's all I have on here right now. I don't have anything else. And then it looks like you have apps here, and it looks like there's room for other things down here. We'll get into that later. So let's take a quick tour of what we've got here. Up here it says it's my Kindle. I have that blocked out there, but it has my name and it shows that it's my Kindle. It has the time here, and then of course you have your settings, your Wi-Fi, and the battery. Up here is your search, and then of course we went over this earlier, newsstand, books, music, video, docs, apps, and web. Let's click on the first selection here, newsstand. So as you can see, I don't have anything in my newsstand right now. And there's two options here, cloud and device. So Amazon is well known for their cloud storage. You can probably access what you have up there in the cloud or locally on this device. And it sorts it by recent or by title. Of course, I don't have anything here, so I can't sort anything. But you also have the option over here to go to the store. So let's click on that and see what we get. All right. You get a nice little layout here, and of course this is the newsstand, so you can get newspapers and magazines here. You have featured magazines, featured newspapers, fashion and entertainment, men's interest, cooking, home and lifestyle. You got a whole variety of different magazines you can get on this device. Now we're going to hit the home button and go back. Next thing we're going to hit is books. Now obviously I don't have any books on here, except I have the Oxford American Dictionary. So let's click on that and let's see how you actually interact with a book on this device here. So you get the cover on here, and I would imagine you're going to swipe. There we go. And it's formatted for the Kindle screen here. So there's no up or down. It's just pretty much straightforward. Now, being as it is a dictionary, I would imagine you'd want to look things up. So, okay, there we go. You touch on the bottom and it brings up your menus, and it shows you your location in the book here. And you can scroll through it with the scroll bar down here. And then, of course, you have your home button here, your virtual home button, your back button, and then a text button here, which is what I would imagine. Oh, okay, this is actually your font and typeface. So you can change your font style. Let's see what the typeface is here. You can change the different fonts that you have on here. Let's go back to the font style. You can change the size of the font. You can change the line spacing of the font. You can change the margins on here. And you can change the color mode. So right now we have black on white. You can do white on black or brown on tan to make it look more like an old parchment. We're going to bring it back to the default here. Now over here you have the menu button. Let's see what that does. Cover, table of contents, beginning, location, sync to furthest page. Let's go to location here. Okay. If you enter in a location, that would be the location in the book. I wasn't a Kindle user before having this device, but I'm pretty aware of the location. They use location numbers instead of page numbers, so that's what you would put in here. If you knew the location in the dictionary that you wanted to go to, you would enter it in here. Let's cancel out of that. And of course you have your search button down here, and I would hope that that would allow you to search different areas of the dictionary. So let's look up a word, technology. Okay, and the keyboard seems to be pretty nice. I wish that every tablet maker would add a row of numbers. Of course, you have the number keys on the full top line of the QWERTY keyboard here, and I would imagine if you just hold down the letter, then you could choose the number. So it's not that difficult, but I do prefer an extra line like the HP touchpad has. But it's not a big deal. It's not a deal breaker. So we have technology here. Let's hit go, and it brings up all the technology references in this book. Now, it actually is not bringing up the definition of technology. It's just bringing up entries that have the word technology in it. So let's go and hit back here. And so I guess if you're going to look anything up in this dictionary, which is interesting, you're actually just going to have to search for it using this scroll here, which I hope is not the case. I hope there's a way around it, because I don't think that's a really good way to have a dictionary on here, because it actually almost renders it useless. You might as well just go on the internet and look something up there. Let's see if we can do it again. Let's just look up egg, something very simple. Yeah, it doesn't really, it just brings up entries from the dictionary. For instance, it says special usage, serve as a fashion accessory to a garment, leggings. So egg was pulled from leggings there. So that's interesting. They should come up with a better way to look up things on a dictionary. And if I find a better way to do that, I will have a follow-up video to this. Now let's see, let's go to music next, and this should actually sync up with my music, because I actually do have some music on my Amazon Cloud player. So it says, no music was found on your device. Play or download your Cloud Drive music by tapping the Cloud button above. To purchase new music, shop the music store. So you can hit here to shop the music store, but I'm going to click on Cloud here, and it actually pulls up some songs that I have. The very few songs that I have up in the Amazon Cloud here. So let's go back to home, and let's click on video. Now this is something that's very interesting, because I'm actually an Amazon Prime member. So I can actually stream video off of Amazon. And that's one of the things that you can use this device for. Now you see up here it says Prime Instant Videos, $0 for Prime members. So I can use all of these, watch all of these for free here, which is pretty cool. Over here, movies from $2.99, so you can rent movies here, which is very cool. And then of course TV shows down here that you can watch. Now I actually have the first season of The Walking Dead that I got from the Amazon store, so I should be able to access that from here. Now you can go over here to library, and that should bring up, okay, it says you have no movies in your video library. I should have TV shows. Let's see what I have here. Okay, yes, I have Walking Dead and an episode of Solitary, which was a interesting reality TV show. So it's very cool. You can access all your cloud content, your Amazon cloud content, from this device here. Let's go back to the home screen here, and let's go to Docs here. Okay, the only document I have is that Kindle Fire user's guide there, and you can sort it by recent or by title. Let's go back home here. Let's go to Apps, and these are the apps that are installed on the device. Comics, ESPN, Score, Pandora, the Weather Channel, Words with Friends, Pew Pew, Angry Birds Rio, Audible, Contacts, Email, Facebook Gallery, Help and Feed, IMDb, Pulse, Quick Office, and Shop. And then of course you can go to the Amazon App Store over here, the Amazon App Store for Android, and download new stuff here. So let's go back home and let's hit the web.